I'm not a fan of Queen Latifah's acting. I know, y'all like, boo, how you not gonna be a fan of the Queen? What's up, sweetie fam? Welcome back to my channel. I am Forever Patra Denise, produced by Zenny Productions, and this here is my sweet tea. Just because it's tea does not mean it's gossip. Hey, so this is another day of Vlogmas, and with me doing Vlogmas, it's actually been pretty easy for the most part. I've always wanted to do Vlogmas. I thought about doing, well, should I say, I said I was going to start vlogging in my daily life and all this back in 2015, but I never started. Now, I know you guys have heard me, my sweetie fam have heard me say that before, but with that being said, I've always had ideas for Vlogmas, and so now I'm executing a lot of those ideas with, that are current topics, and this is one of the topics, and it is the top 10 black holiday movies. And I know a lot of people may have done this, but it has always been a desire of my heart to do this during Vlogmas, so I'm gonna do it. So you'll see me with my phone here, which is iPhone 12 Pro Max, which I love. If you have not watched that video of me unboxing this phone, that video will be in the description, so you can go watch that video as well. But I did a poll on Facebook, on Instagram, and also just thought of my favorite black holiday movies. And so some of these some of these movies I've seen, some of them I haven't seen. So let's just get right into it. They're in no special order, as in the first one is the best and the last one is the least. I'm just pulling them as they come, okay? So, or as like they were polled to me, and then my own ideas. But the first movie I'm going to talk about is Almost Christmas. Almost Christmas came out in 2016. I know I went to the movies to go see that movie. I enjoy Monique as an actor, so that was one of the biggest reasons why I went to go see it. But I also like to see new and upcoming actors, like black actors that haven't been in too many things, but in just enough for you to kind of know them. I know I'm weird like that. So that's another reason why I went to go see it. But I'm, a fan of Monique. I'm a fan of actually, Carrie Hilson is not that bad of an actor. A lot of people don't, actress. A lot of people don't care for her, but she was in the movie. It was Monique and Gabrielle Union. I'm definitely a fan of Gabrielle Union. Her and Sanaa Lathan are like neck and neck when it comes to black actress for me, and Regina King. Those three are like the cream of the crop when it comes to black actress to me, outside of like Angela Bassett and Viola Davis, like Kerry Washington. So I like those two, but I like the other three I said too. So I guess I like all six of them. But it was Gabrielle Union in this movie, Kerry Hilson, Danny Glover, Monique, Kimberly Elise. It was quite a few black actors, and it also was DC Young Fly. I think that was this was his first movie ever as well. And I think he did very well. He looked good. He played his part, and I enjoyed the movie actually a lot. I've actually watched it quite a few times. Most holidays I watched it. That's actually a movie I need to put my kids on. I tried to put my kids on stuff that I used to watch, and a lot of times they really, really like it. So that's one of my top favorite movies. Now the next movie is Black Nativity. That came out in 2013, and that has Angela Bassett, Forrest Whitaker, his eye, no shade. And I don't know if anybody knows this, Forrest Whitaker has an identical twin. They look just alike. I don't know if he has the eye thing, but they do look alike. He had Jennifer Hudson, Jacob Lattimore. If you do not know who Jacob Lattimore is, he's actually in a relationship with the girl off of Empire, who was like, was it Hakeem's baby mama? I don't know her real name. But he's in a real relationship with her, and so he's also on The Chi. But he's like a singer who is like underrated. Like, people don't really care for his music, but they love for him to act. Y'all know how they got those actors where they actually have talent, but people don't care for them as singers. I don't know. He just kind of has that stigma about him. I've actually never seen Black Nativity, yeah, Black Nativity, and that's something I need to watch with my kids because I've never seen it. I've heard it's a really, really good movie, and that was one of the ones that was at the it was like the #1 movie that when I polled that people had seen that I had not seen it. It was like one of their favorites. So shout out to Black Nativity. I'm gonna get with my kids. We're gonna watch it. Hopefully this weekend we can watch it. The next movie, which this movie was the #1 movie on all the polls. Everybody, they sent like their top 3, their top 5 Black holiday movies. This was the #1 movie. I could say out of it may have been 3 or 5. It was quite a few people that participated in the poll, but it was maybe 3 of 5 people that didn't say this was the #1 movie, and that is, which you probably already saying it yourself, is The Best Man Holiday. The Best Man Holiday came out in 2013, and that has all the big actors. That has Morris Chestnut, Taye Diggs, Nia Long, Sanaa Lathan. It has it's not Regina King. Is it Regina Hall? Yeah, Regina Hall. It has Terrence Howard. Like, the list goes on, right? The list goes on who all they have in this movie. This movie right here, and just thinking about it, I kind of feel some emotions coming because it definitely, like, you never know. First of all, you never know what people are going through, and you know, you gotta think before you act and you speak. You know what I mean? And you speak. So definitely my #1 favorite Christmas or holiday movie. It had all the best actress and actors in it. I don't think anybody that was acting in it shouldn't have been in it. Overall, it's a 10 for 10 for me, hands down. The Best Man Holiday was a 10 for 10 for me, and I actually it came out in November, the month Sydney was born, and so I think Sydney was like 2 weeks old, maybe 3 weeks old when we went to go see it at the movies, and she literally slept through the entire thing. The next movie is The Perfect Holiday. That came out in 2007, and this movie was I would say like #3 on all the polls if I wanted to like look, you know, on all the polls of people's favorite movies. And I've never seen The Perfect Holiday. This has Gabrielle Union. I told you I love Gabrielle Union. This has Morris Chestnut. This has Queen Latifah, Terrence Howard. And I'm not gonna act like I'm not a big fan of Terrence Howard. I'm definitely a big fan of Terrence Howard and Morris Chestnut. Most of the stuff, I would say about 85% of the stuff that they've been in, if they've been on a sitcom, well, not a sitcom, but a TV show or anything like that, I have seen it, or movie they've been in, I have seen it, and I normally like it. I don't know what it is, and maybe it could just be them acting or who they are. Maybe it could be the way they look, whatever, but I always like what they're in. But I've never seen The Perfect Holiday, and I remember people talking about it, and I actually know people that actually like say little, you know, clips from it, and I don't be knowing what they're talking about. So that means I need to go and watch it. But it did come out in 2007, so it's 13 years old. Yeah, it's old. It's definitely old. So I need to go watch that because I've never seen that movie. Now, next movie, which I think we have all seen. We have definitely all seen, which is Friday After Next. And that came out in 2002, which is the year before I graduated from high school. And that is a classic, okay? That was probably #2 on the list of a lot of people's favorite holiday movie. And a lot of people don't look at it as a holiday movie, but if you remember in the movie, it's based off of having the money for Christmas, because remember they had the big Christmas party, or they was going to get kicked out of their apartment. So that has some of the best, like, and I would say the best, like, older actors, because now these actors that was in like Friday After Next are like older. They like in their 40s, 50s now. So Ice Cube, we already know, like Ice Cube, Mike Epps, are kind of like the meat and potatoes when it comes to the Friday series of movies. You got Terry Crews was in this movie, even though black folks have X'd him out of the culture. Okay, and then we have John Witherspoon, who is a freaking legend. And you know, he passed this, I think it was it this year, or is it either within the last year? And so he was a freaking legend. So you know, they had some of the best black actors and actress in that movie, and you can't go wrong with Friday After Next. Now, I won't be watching that with my kids because it's got a lot of cursing in it, a little vulgarity. It has Cat Williams in it. I wouldn't be watching that with my kid, and maybe with my son, because my son is 14 going on 15, so he probably sees worse stuff on TikTok, just be honest with you. But not with my, as like a family movie, but I definitely think it is like ranking at the top, like neck and neck with The Best Man Holiday. Like, you can't not like Friday After Next. I don't care if you're a born again Christian or whatever you call yourself. Everybody likes Friday After Next. I'm just saying. Now, this one right here surprised me. And it was quite a few people. I would say about 60% of people had this on their list. And I guess I didn't really get it, but I put it on here. And I have seen it. So this is Holiday Heart. This came out in 2000. And this had Ving Rhames, or Rhames. I always say his last name. Alfred Woodard, Jessica Reynolds. If you have not watched that movie is an older movie. I would say it's about 20 years old. So it is an older movie. But I definitely watched it. But I wouldn't consider it a holiday movie, but people do. And that's, like I said, with the poll that I took. People do consider it a holiday movie. And I actually think it's a really, really good movie. And that was probably the first time I was ever, like, introduced to, I guess, like, the drag queen cross-dressing thing. I never knew anything about that until we watched Holiday Heart. And it was definitely a go-to in our household for us to watch. Like, we watched it quite a few times. I've seen it several times. So if you're looking for an older, more classic holiday movie, black holiday movie, Holiday Heart is definitely a go-to. I do have some sad parts, you know, where you want to cry and, you know, it gets sad, but it also has some really, really good heartfelt parts. Now, this movie was my number 2 movie that I'm about to say. And I actually watched this. I've watched this movie already this holiday, and I'm probably going to watch it again. And that is, you know what, it's This Christmas. That came out in 2007. And that had a lot of big black, I would say my generation actress and actors. You got the beautiful Lauren London. You have, you know, Chris Brown in his prime, honey. You had Idris Elba, Regina King, Columbus Short, Sharon Leo, Mekhi Phifer, Loretta Devine. So she was the mother in that movie. And I don't know why I couldn't think. I just could remember her first name. So Loretta Devine. So, like I said, it was so many big actresses and actors in that movie. And good actress too. It wasn't just like no mediocre stuff, no little bitty stuff. The guy that played, and I'm just now thinking about this, the guy that played Lauren London's boyfriend from college that went to Morehouse, he was also on, he played in the New Edition store. And I'm just putting two and two together. So he's actually been in the game a long time, because that movie came out in 2007. That is definitely a movie I am going to watch with my children. I think it's a very good family movie. My bad, y'all. I do think that This Christmas is a really good movie. And like I said, I've already watched it since the holiday has started. So the next movie is The Last Holiday. That came out in 2006, was the year my son was born. I had Queen Latifah, LL Cool J. And I'm actually a fan of LL Cool J's acting. A lot of people are not. A lot of people think he's cheesy, yada, yada, yada. The person I think is cheesy, I'm not a fan of Queen Latifah's acting. I know, y'all like, Boo, how you not gonna be a fan of the queen? I'm not a fan of her acting. I think the best acting she's ever did was when she played Cleo in Set It Off. So I'm just gonna be honest with you. And so I've never seen Last Holiday, and I would need to see it first before I would introduce it to my family. But I've heard so many amazing things about Black nativity, so I would definitely just go and watch that with my family. But Last Holiday, I don't think it's a bad movie. I just want to watch it before. I haven't heard like a whole bunch of parts, or this is a good part, that's a good part when it comes to The Last Holiday. And honestly, this is probably the second to the last of like it wasn't that many votes for this Last Holiday, like as in, oh, I gotta watch that. Like it wasn't that on the list. So I don't know. I am gonna watch it, and comment down below if you've seen The Last Holiday and what you think about it, and if it's worth me watching. So the next one is a oldie but goodie, and only a very few people had this on their list. Okay, and I was surprised. But this movie is actually really, really good. It is The Preacher's Wife. And you're like, what? The Preacher's Wife? And I know some of y'all youngest like, the what? Yes, The Preacher's Wife came out in 1996. That's right. This movie is almost, 25, 24 years old. It is starring the late and the great Miss Whitney Houston. Y'all, let's just give her a round of applause. Baby, Whitney wasn't in a whole bunch of movies, but baby, when she acted, honey, she acted, and that's on period, okay? It also stars the fine as wine Denzel Washington, y'all. So, y'all go watch that movie. That is an oldie but goodie. I don't know of any streaming services that has that. Actually, I think Amazon Prime does. The Prime Video, they may have The Preacher's Wife. This last video, only one person put this on there. One person. And I thought it was so unique because I had never seen it either. And it's called Miss Me This Christmas. It came out in 2017. So this is the newest movie out of all these movies, all these holiday movies. It came out in 2017. I don't think it came out in stores or like on the big screen in the box office or anything like that. I'm guessing it's one of those BET type, Lifetime type, Century TV, type movies. I'm guessing. I'm not sure. But somebody had this on there and I thought it was interesting. It stars Eva Pitchford Marcel, which she started in the game as a model, which she's still a model, but she became the first like Black American Next Top model. Quote me if I'm wrong, y'all. Comment down below if I'm wrong. And now she's married. She's still an amazing model. She has children, things like that. So she has acted in a few little movies. I don't think they've been like big parts, but yeah. Erica Ash, I'm not gonna say she's an up and coming Black actress because I think she's been in quite enough movies to have a thick enough resume when it comes to acting. And then Rederick Williams, he's played in quite a few things as well. And so I've never seen that movie and I actually want to see it. So it says Miss Me This Christmas. It came out 2017. I've never seen that movie. So I'm very interested in seeing that movie. I definitely have to watch it before I watch it with my kids because I have no idea what that movie is about. Y'all comment down below if I chose one of your favorite Black holiday movies, right? And tell me why that's your favorite holiday movie. Black culture just lost Debo. If you do not know who Debo is, he was in the original Friday with Ice Cube and Smokey, and so he just passed. And so y'all hold y'all family tight, kiss them, hug them. If there's any relationships that can be mend them. If they toxic, leave them where they at in toxicity. I am Forever Patra Denise. And y'all be sweet.